You are listening to Mad Chat with Chad and Matt.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mad Chat. That's Mad Chat with Chad and Matt. I am your host, Matt, and Chad, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful, Matthew.
Awesome. So, really exciting news about something going on with Fortnite. You want to go ahead and talk about Fortnite?
Fuck no.
All right. So, let's just move on to something else then. Chad, what have you been playing this past week since we've recorded last?
I've been playing a shitload of Crusader Kings 2.
Never played it. What's that about?
It is a massive grand strategy game that I'm reading that people that have put in 300 hours still don't know how the game kind of works because there's so many different.
He doesn't know it. Wait. You know how the game works, and they
Well,
put
you
in
know how the
300
game
hours?
works, but there's so many different mechanics in it that I had to watch an hour and a half introduction video just to kind of figure out how things worked. It kind of reminds me, like back in the day, whenever you would see some of those like flight simulator games, and you'd see the guys with the whole setup, and they're pushing all the buttons. You're like, what in the fuck is going on?
That's
So
like
like
a way of life. You really had to make a commitment to get into a game like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much all you've been playing?
Yeah. Well, I've been playing Fallout 4. I know that's blasphemy, but I've been playing Fallout 4, but I've got it modded to high hell, and I've never actually completed Far Harbor. So
Far Harbor was pretty decent. I liked it. I never completed the DLC for what's it called, the Nuka World.
Yeah,
I never completed that
one.
Yeah, it was interesting starting it up, but for some reason I stopped. I needed to get back into it because I was liking it, and then I got distracted because I was wanting to do all the side missions for the followers, but you had to have them like you, and the one I was working with didn't like me working for the bad guys, so I had to like stop doing that quest and try to do like random side quests so that person would like me more so I could do their missions, and I just kind of stopped playing.
I would call that like bad story writing, because if you go, like, when you get straight in the game, you go straight to Nuka World, which you're already going to be like out leveled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go and you complete the story. You can be the bad guy and then come back to Preston Garvey, and he will get mad at you. He'll lecture you for working with the Raiders before, and then he'll work with you. But if you ever go to Concord first and get him and do the very first mission, basically, and then you go do Nuka World, he will not like you, and you won't be able to do any Minutemen quest or anything.
Okay, what do you think about I see what they were trying to do with those characters, like give them sort of their own personality, but I fucking hate that. Because I feel like they overdid it in Fallout 4. I don't know if it's the exact same system as Fallout 3 or New Vegas, because I know in those games there was still a morality system, and certain characters wouldn't follow you if you were on a certain path, but I just felt kind of overwhelmed by the whole thing in Fallout 4, and maybe it was because like there was a little message that would pop up saying that they hated you doing something or they disliked something, and it happened like every 5 minutes whenever I would do something. So that probably is what did it for me, but I don't know. What do you think about the whole followers having their own likes, dislikes, personalities? Because I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I like having their own personalities and whatnot. I just don't think they did it very well in Fallout 4. You felt more. I felt more boxed in.
Yeah, like I was
4.
trying to do something. Like I'm just trying to loot some bodies, and I had Strong with me, and he fucking hates when you loot bodies, and I'm like, why? Aren't you like? Don't you hate people?
You're a fucking super mutant.
You don't care. Why do you care if I loot somebody's dead corpse? Like, but he hated it. Like he disliked it, and like I had to loot stuff all the time because I'm trying to build this character and get some shit. I need some more ammo. I need some more caps, and he's just like, he's not having it. So I couldn't use Strong for the longest time.
Well, and one of my favorite companions, just because I love Codsworth, but dude, you can't fucking take him anywhere.
Oh, you can't do anything with Codsworth.
He's always bitching about you picking up stuff when you're like picking up junk or Wonder Woman's like, what are you gonna do that? Yeah.
He started to really hate me for a while because like I wasn't even playing a bad guy. I was just playing like a pretty decent guy, but I would just take stuff or I would walk around and do missions and things. And after a while, he's like, "You're not the same person that I knew before." And I'm like, "What are you fucking talking about? You're a robot.
What do you expect?
Shut up,
You fucking douche. I lost my wife and child, and it's post-apocalyptic. Apocalyptic. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah. Oh, Fallout.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. So what's our countdown to Fallout 76? It's like 5 or 6 more months. It's November, right?
I imagine someone's got a Fallout 76 countdown.
Yeah. Well, there's gonna be no Codsworth in that game, so we don't have to worry about it.
No, but he does voice other robots, so
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if there are any little Codsworth robots running around. I mean, there's not going to be any NPCs, but there might be some robotic enemies in the game.
well,
I
when
really
you're
don't
leaving the
know
vault,
much about it.
the
So,
Mr. Handy's telling you goodbye in a bunch of different languages.
oh yeah,
So
that's true.
128 days, 12 hours, 14 minutes, and 53 seconds.
Wow. All right. We'll have a little countdown every week. And besides games, I have been just been working again, and I saw Antman and the Wasp, which was pretty cool. I liked it a lot.
I didn't even know it even came out, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's good. I'm just a huge Paul Rudd fan, so anything he's in, I'm down for. So like Paul Rudd kicking ass. I can't remember the name of who plays the Wasp. I don't think I've seen her in much else besides the Ant-Man movies, but she was awesome.
I didn't even hear about Ant-Man until this morning.
Really?
I saw
Yeah,
this stupid article. Someone was complaining about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What were they saying?
They were upset about the villain had like chronic pain or something, and then they were calling the movie ableist or something. I don't know.
Oh my god!
Because I don't know. Because I guess apparently they got upset that someone in chronic pain happened to be evil. Like that caused them to be evil. So the movies,
like it's called motive. Like there's a reason she's desperate to get cured, and she's doing whatever it takes.
They were saying it was, so you mean she's disabled? That's why she's evil.
Oh, she's not.
That was the point. I was like, I just kept scrolling on.
She's disabled, so she's evil. She was also a minority. Like she wasn't white, so I don't know why they didn't freak out about that as well. Like the two cis white people are fighting the minority disabled person.
Oh shit. God
no,
damn,
the movie
and
was great.
And one of them's a white man, so that's really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things. Like you gotta dig deep to find something like that to get offended about.
Yeah.
Like you're really stretching.
Yeah, I just kept scrolling on. I was like, I didn't even know what this movie is because I hadn't even seen it.
No, but the villain, like, she was pretty cool. She was in some sort of lab accident, so she's in pain because her body is like phasing in and out of existence. So, yeah, she's trying to figure out how to cure that, and like it's kind of making her go crazy.
Wouldn't that seem more like that would be something someone could relate to? Like if they're in so much pain, they could become evil to do what they could. Like that would seem to be more relatable than them going to the pain management centers down in Florida and getting pilled up.
Yeah, and it's like you kind of relate with this character too, because you're like, well, if that was me, and I was constantly in pain, and I thought I was gonna die, and I didn't know if I would exist in the next hour or so, like yeah, I'd be pretty desperate too. Like it's not just like this person's evil and wants to murder the whole world. Like there's a reason for it, and I don't know. I you can call it ableist if you want, but she wasn't really. It's not really the exact same thing, It's like I said, that's quite a stretch.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie
well,
was awesome. So
you do work at a movie theater, so you're up and up on the movies, and
yeah,
I haven't actually like even sat down and watched a full movie in probably 2 or 3 years. Netflix got me ruined on watching movies because I watch freaking TV series, so I get more enjoyment out of watching a 10 episode TV series than I do getting a. To me, it seems like movies, they have to cram so much in an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. You kind of miss out on a lot of the character building and the
TV
details.
Nowadays, the writing is getting so good that
well, the writing's good. The production quality is really good. So you got TV shows that have the same production quality as a movie. So, I mean, to me, I'd rather just see, like, people are always like, yo, I want to see a Mass Effect film or I want to see a Halo film. Like, no, give me a TV series. Give me something that I can keep coming back to.
Speaking of which, there will be a Halo TV series coming pretty soon. It's coming to Showtime.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. It's been in the works, being talked about for a while, but it's legit. It's a thing now. So they're going to start with one season, 10 episodes. And it's going to be a Halo TV series. And I think, I don't want to say the wrong name, but I want to say Steven Spielberg is helping produce it. So.
Oh, I think I have heard about that. About Steven Spielberg.
There was rumors a long time ago they were wanting to do a movie, and then they wanted to do TV show, and they could never get it worked out. But now it is greenlit. It's in the works. It's happening, and it's going to be on Showtime, the same network, mind you, that is responsible for Dexter. So
it's going to be the TV series showrunner is going to be Kyle Killen, who created some thing called Awake, and then Rise of the Planet of the Apes director Rupert Wyatt has been signed on as a director for multiple different episodes.
Yeah, so they've got some big guns coming in.
That's gonna be freaking awesome.
I'm pretty stoked for it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't have Showtime, but when the show comes out, I'll see how I can watch it. Maybe I can add it to my Hulu or something for a little bit, and then watch it that way. But I'm definitely gonna be watching it and reviewing it when it comes out.
And they are making a Witcher Netflix series too, right?
Yeah, Witcher on Netflix. That's gonna be awesome. Oh, speaking of Netflix, I don't know if you saw the Castlevania series they did, but it was fucking amazing. And they're gonna come out with season 2 this year. So
I didn't see it. I didn't know they had a Castlevania.
Oh god, it was like 4 episodes or something like that. It's a pretty short series. Like, it's just over 2 hours, I think. So you could watch it as if it's a movie, just watch it in one sitting. But the animation is so cool, and it's got really great voice actors. Just it's an animated series. It's not live action, so it's so cool. I mean, I can't say anything other than that. It's just really awesome. I'm probably gonna watch it pretty soon again, just to get caught up on it, like, because it's been a little bit since I've seen it. But man, I was dying after I finished it, because like there was no more to watch, and I'm just like, okay, I need more Castlevania. But apparently it's coming out later this year, like sometime in the fall. I think October or November.
Who knew a 2D side-scrolling game would become a great TV series?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you definitely need to watch that.
So you were telling me that you had a story to tell me. Well, that's really not much of a story.
Yeah, I've got a story to tell you. So we're going to talk a little bit about Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 has been making some headlines because they've got this super innovative DLC planned. You know how all these other companies are being fucking stupid and just giving away their DLC for free? Like, how are they going to possibly make money off of that? You know, like they're giving it away.
Well, like, if you're complete dicks to your fan base, see, you put it this way, you know, it's that girl in high school, right? Who, you know, she's always complaining that she never finds a nice guy, but she's always dating the dickheads. Maybe that's the approach that Activision's going. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what Activision's
doing. They're dangerous. They're the dangerous.
Yeah, here's what Activision's doing. No, they're not suckers like EA with Battlefield or 343 with Halo giving away their DLC for free. No, they've got the premium stuff, and they're gonna make you pay for it. All right. So here's their season pass. It's called the Black Ops Pass. It's not a season pass. It's a Black Ops Pass, and it gets all the extra, a year of DLC. You get these 4 extra zombies maps. You get the extra zombies characters that are going to come out. You get the multiplayer maps, the 12 maps that they have planned to come out, and still no story, like no main campaign. But nobody cares about that. And you can't just buy it, whatever DLC you want. It's all or nothing, and you can't buy it separately from the game. You have to buy it with their deluxe edition or higher. You can't just buy the standard edition and then later.
No, you can't buy this
later. You can't do it. You can't buy the standard edition and then later decide that you want to get one of the DLCs. You have to get their deluxe edition, which is $100, or one of the other higher tier ones.
What the fuck? What? Oh my god!
I'm not kidding.
Oh my god!
And what's funny is I was thinking, like, who the fuck is gonna pay for this shit? But I went onto my Xbox, and it was in my pre-orders. And I'm thinking, I did not buy this, but I'm game sharing with a friend of mine on Xbox, and apparently he knows nothing. And he pre-ordered Black Ops 4, and I'm just thinking, what the fuck are you spending your money on this shit for?
So did he pre-order the $100 version?
No, I don't think he knows. And I'm not gonna be the one to tell him.
Imagine sitting in a dark, smoky room, smoking cigars, drinking some scotch, and Jim, I know what we can start doing. We can start selling half-made games, and then we can charge double, and we'll charge them double, and then give them the full experience. And then we'll call it digital licensing content.
and then
they have to download it, and then they have to pay us more money. It'll be great. They'll eat it up and they'll love it.
Oh god, it literally sounds like evil, like people sitting around in a lair pitting cats. These super evil villains, like Bond villains.
I would hope.
How can we get more money?
I would hope if they came out with another Austin Powers, Dr. Evil tries to take over a game corporation. And then he'll do his little demands, and he'll demand downloadable content when he sticks his finger up to his mouth.
How about DLC? Yeah, just the finger thing.
Is it, okay, Dr. Evil, how much are we gonna charge for this DLC? $100 million.
Oh god. And yeah, again, still no campaign. However, the next Call of Duty game, they've announced it will have a campaign. They're so innovative. Like, they're gonna come out with a campaign only a year after they got rid of it. Man, like, they're listening to their fans, I'm telling you.
Dude, I'm looking for a war game that doesn't have a campaign directed by fucking Michael Bay. They're all like fucking Transformers and shit. On Call of Duty World War II, did you play any of the campaign on that?
Yeah, I did.
It was fucking garbage. I stopped.
I spent $60 on that fucking game.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm not happy about that at all.
I stopped on the campaign about, I don't even think it was halfway through the campaign. It was like the third level.
Did you get to the part where the train derailed?
Yeah, that's where I was done.
That's
You're driving a Jeep, and you drive a Jeep in front of
I'm done.
You drive a Jeep in front of a train, and somehow it causes the train to derail. I was like,
yeah, the train's like, oh shit.
like
trains don't just flip. Like, it's not a fucking semi truck that just tries to turn suddenly. It's on a track.
They're so heavy. Do you think that a fucking Jeep could flip a train? Are you dumb? Like, how long have we had YouTube videos of trains smashing into shit?
Yeah,
Like, the only
I
time
don't know.
I've seen trains derail like that is usually if they hit another train. Or the track is broken. That's
Yeah,
it.
like the track breaks. You ever hear the urban legend, like if you put a coin on the track, it'll flip the train or make the
Oh,
train
yeah,
crash?
yeah. I used to do that as a kid. And then after the train would come back, you'd come back to the penny and it was fucking flattened like crazy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
I
I
always-
guess that doesn't work. Who knew a penny couldn't derail a fucking train?
Just imagine, though, your little 6-year-old self, you're like, you got told that and you're like, you hear the train, you know, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go do this. You run up there, you stick your little penny up there, you run back, you're sitting over there by the tree, like hiding behind it, waiting for it to happen. Train comes, it just fucking explodes, flips, the train conductor comes flying out, it's laying on the ground,
Hundreds of
bleeding to
people are
death.
dead. There's
Yeah, just-
garbage and metal all over the side of the road.
And the only
you're just
reason
like, oh,
it happened
shit.
was because some little shitbag kid decided to put a fucking penny on the thing, and you're just sitting there
You see
horrified
the
at what you
news,
just
and
did.
The news is like, we will find whoever did this, you monster. You fucking prick.
Oh my
We're coming for you.
that's
We've got the
kind of
fingerprints
stupid
on the
shit.
penny. We know who it is. We're going to search everybody until we find the son of a bitch who did this act of terror.
That's the kind of stupid shit that Activision is peddling, man. And they try to make Call of Duty the most realistic, the most authentic Call of Duty to date. You know, go fuck.
Can you
yourself.
imagine if they had just made like a campaign with a story as enthralling, or that would draw you in, like I don't know, a story like Saving Private Ryan, something that was
yeah.
just that gripping.
Well, did you ever play Call of Duty Big Red 1?
I did, but it was a long time ago, so I don't really
Dude.
remember anything about
Okay,
it.
so that was the first time, because it wasn't a main game in the series, and the whole point of like the campaign was you're one guy. You don't change factions like you do in all the older Call of Duties. You'd play for the Russians, you'd play for the British, the Americans. You know,
Yeah.
you'd be a tank commander in a couple levels, and you know, stuff like that. Well, in Big Red 1 is you're in one squad from Africa through Italy all the way into Germany. And so, like, they have a bunch of cutscenes and stuff, and all your squad members, like the main squad members, are voice acted, like, and they have scripts and everything. So you're starting out in Africa, and you're learning the game with them, and you're learning the backstories of them, and when you see one of your squad mates die, man, it's fucking tragic. There was a guy, a kid on there, he was 19, and his name was Brooklyn, because he was from, that's what they nicknamed him, he was from Brooklyn. And I mean, hell, this game's 15 years old now, so if I don't give a fuck if I spoil it, sorry. But you make it all the way to the end of the game, and they're like giving him a hard time, like, oh man, we didn't think you would make it. And then, like, halfway through the last level, he gets blown up and gets killed. And you're just
Oh
like,
my
"No!
god.
God damn it, Brooklyn! I remember I was almost fucking crying because you wanted him to go through because you had watched so many of your friends die, you know? And he was just
Yeah.
such a sweet kid, you know? And that never
Man.
got replicated in any Call of Duty ever since. Yeah, that was one of the best story campaigns of any Call of Duty I've ever played. And now they're not even doing campaigns in their fucking games. Like, to me, Call of Duty has fallen. They have strayed away so far from what they were when they began.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
What I'm thinking is they're starting to do what happened with Halo, because if you remember, Halo started to change from what it originally was, and by the time Halo 4 came around, like, people were dropping off like flies because they had changed everything about that game. They added loadouts like Call of Duty. They
I
had
remember that.
these armor abilities like seeing through walls and shit like that, and then it was just, oh god, I can't even go into all the changes they made. But the map design was lackluster at best. The art design was totally different from what it had been before. People hated the art design and just the mechanics of the gameplay, because it was starting to become way more casualized, and they were literally copying things from Call of Duty, like Sprint was the big one. That was Sprint. And they've since changed Sprint a lot, in Halo 5, which I think is a
I
good...
really liked it.
Yeah,
Halo 5.
but,
that if you're getting shot,
yeah, your shields
you're-
don't recharge, so you have
Yeah.
to stop sprinting all over the place. But
And if
yeah,
you're getting
they've made
shot,
some
you
changes
can't
to Halo
start
5,
sprinting,
and it's getting a lot better. But that was part of what killed Halo for a lot of people, and why it's not like the number one game anymore, because they did this thing where they were trying to copy other games instead of being their own thing. But now Call of Duty is like, it's falling so
Yeah.
fast because it's not leading, like it's not innovating anymore. It's just copying trends from other games, and it's like removing features from its previous games. So there's no more campaign, and now they're adding
Yeah.
a battle royale like
that
who the
nobody fucking wants.
okay, if people are gonna play battle royale, I mean, they're just gonna play Fortnite or PUBG or something that's free, you know.
Yeah.
They're not gonna, like, people who want a Call of Duty are gonna buy it. People who want battle royale games are gonna play a free battle royale game. They're not interested in Call of Duty battle royale. You know, it's just not. It's not smart for them to do this, but I think they're gonna figure this shit out within the next couple of years, because if I remember correctly, each game is losing sales. Like, they sell fewer and fewer copies every time.
Yeah, they
So-
still make shitloads of money off them. So
It's gonna take a little bit for them to change
So,
stuff
like,
up. But
when I go back and I talk about the Call of Duty games that I really like, speaking like Big Red 1, it wasn't a huge commercial success back then. So they didn't have success monetarily wise as when, say, Black Ops 2 came out. Black Ops 2 came out and shattered fucking records. And so I see their perspective from it. When they see it, they go, well, they want this kind of stuff. They want the more casual. They don't want the things we used to do. Because
Yeah.
back when Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 1, they weren't giant commercial successes. They weren't AAA titles. They were just titles from a developer, Infinity Ward, that loved what they produced. And
if you think about it, even though they're selling fewer copies of their games, they're still making way more money because of all the microtransactions and
yeah.
DLC, and like there's loot boxes all over the fucking place. So
And
they're making more money than ever.
that's
so
why I just
odds are
wish-
they're not going to change anything.
Yeah, that's why I wish, as gamers that have the like-minded mindset, because I don't really know anybody who likes loot boxes, but I know so many people that buy them. They're not gonna go away if you buy them.
Mm-hmm.
We need, as people, gamers who do not like microtransactions, who are tired of paying $40 every year paying $110 or $100 a game to buy a full fucking game that splits the player base in half. We gotta stop buying it. If you stop buying it, they'll stop making it. Bitching on Twitter or Facebook about it's not gonna do anything unless there's enough backlash, like EA, which had they had most
that was
downvoted
crazy.
comment.
That was like a miracle. Like, so many people banding together. It was a beautiful thing to see, honestly.
Yeah, but in reality, if EA wasn't as scummy as they were, if they weren't constantly scummy for the past, I don't know how many fucking years. I mean, EA's been a scummy company as long as I can fucking remember. And if they hadn't been doing it for this long, I guarantee you they wouldn't have got as much backlash. People are finally fed up with their scummy behavior and doing something about it. But say if this was 5 years ago, I don't think EA's comment would have been the most disliked comment on the internet ever.
It also was built on the back of a really shitty original Star Wars Battlefront, like the one that came out in 2015.
Oh, that wasn't
Yeah.
even half a game. That was like that was like a fucking
This
demo.
is like
It was like early access is what it was.
That pissed off a lot of people, me included, and then it actually made me refuse to buy Battlefront 2 because I didn't believe that they would fix the problems. But it was like a Destiny situation. I played the original Destiny. I saw that it wasn't a full game, at least not to me. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy Destiny 2 because they're going to do the same thing. And then it was the same thing with Battlefront. I'm just like, okay, Battlefront 1, an absolute shell of a game, not even close to as good as the original titles. I'll just go play the originals and then, leave Battlefront 2, the new one. I'll just not ever play it. And I don't know. I was able to keep my money and not spend anything on it. But some people, they spent their $60 and they were pissed, and they had every right to be because they were swindled.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just glad that there's almost kind of like a little revolution going on in the gaming community. We're tired.
It's getting started.
We're tired of shitty developers. We're tired of shitty journalism that will go and they'll praise a game to high hell, and people will buy it and like, this game fucking sucks. Oh, the reason why you like this game is because you're dating one of the people inside the company.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is so gross that it was going on and people didn't know about it. I mean,
I don't even read. I don't read reviews from any major.
I don't either.
Company anymore. I have a few.
I watch YouTube videos. That's what I'll do.
I have a few YouTubers that I go to, and other than that, if I'm really wanting to know something, I'll look up on Metacritic and see what some of the user reviews are.
Yes, that's a good place to go. Is on Steam.
I look
at the user reviews
Steam,
on Steam.
Places like that. I'll try to find a lot of user reviews or some reviews from YouTubers that I know.
Although my favorite curator on Steam is Commander Shepard. I don't know if you've seen him on there.
No.
Have you seen him? So it's Commander Shepard, and he's got the Commander Shepard logo, and he's got this weird looking face thing going on. Like he's got this almost like, I feel bad about saying it like this. So if you get offended, I'm sorry. But it's got like, makes him look like he's got Down syndrome.
Uh-huh.
And it says, "Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite game on Steam." And he says it about every single game he plays. It cracks me up. And so he's my favorite curator on there. I don't listen to him, but it just cracks me up. Just
This is my favorite game on Steam.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite game on Steam. And it will be on something stupid, too. And it just cracks me up. But,
Man.
yeah, those are great places to... I don't go by authority anymore of people saying, like, you know, I used to get those old... what were those old magazines that used to come out?
Game Informer? Those are the ones I had.
No, I didn't have Game Informer. There's another one that I used to get. And I remember I used to buy it at It wasn't at GameStop because I don't think we had any GameStops around us back when I was that young. I think I got them at like Walmart if I remember. But I remember the reason I bought it was because the first one that I bought was because Dragon Ball Z Budokai had just been, that hadn't been released yet, but I knew about it and I wanted to read up about it. And I'm pretty sure the magazine came with the little DVD and it had like a demo of it. And
yeah,
that was pretty awesome.
That was back in the day when magazines had demos.
Yeah, they had the little demo, and I got to play it, and I loved it. And, man, it's just not like that anymore. People, it's so easy to persuade somebody with money now, because to market your game, all you need to find is some game journalist somewhere and say, hey, here's, you know, $250 to your Patreon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Come review my game. And it's not like, hey, you got to give me a good review, but hey, if I'm paying you $250, you know, it's kind of...
I mean, there's some more extra scoops in the future for you.
Yeah.
You want a hands-on demo before anybody else, you know?
Exactly.
Come to me, you help me out, I'll help you out.
You got to play ball.
That's a very enticing offer, you know?
Yeah.
Your job
I
is to be a games journalist. You get these offers for these, like, super spicy special scoops before anybody else, and, you know, you want to get real chummy with those people. So I get it, but it just fucking sucks for the consumers of said media.
That it does.
Before we, just like a quick side note, do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes, I do.
Okay, with Amazon Prime, you could have Twitch Prime because Amazon bought Twitch.
Yeah, I got that.
So you get, do you know that they're offering 21 free games for this month?
Fucking no, I didn't know that.
Okay, go on to Twitch, and there's a little notifications thing, and they just give away free games every month to their Twitch Prime members. So you just download the Twitch desktop app, and you can just download games to it. Every month there's
Really?
free games, and there's
So
21
where's that
this
at?
month. So, yeah, so just sign on to Twitch later, and then you'll just have notifications, and you'll just hit a button to claim the game, and it'll link it to your account, and then you just have that game. So,
What kind of games do they have? There, is it a bunch of indie games, kind of like Humble
indie
Bundle,
games.
or-
They've got some other games. They've got I think Brutal Legend is one of the ones for this month. Like they've got some really high quality games too. Like not just like good indie games, but there's some older games that maybe you haven't played before. There's a oh god, I'd have to look at it, but it's I've got so many now that I've just been for the past couple months. I've just been downloading games for free. So yeah, definitely check that out. Anybody who's got a Twitch Prime membership, or you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime because it's the same. But yeah, every month free games from Twitch. But I just had to say that real quick before I forgot.
That's pretty awesome. I had no
yeah,
idea, so it's news
so
to me.
I was talking a little bit earlier about my friend who had already pre-ordered Black Ops, and it just made me think like there's just got to be millions of people who have no clue the severity they don't realize the severity of these business practices like DLCs and loot boxes, and how it's like nickel and diming them. I don't know. It's kind of it's kind of sad to know that there's just some people who just don't get it. They're like, oh well, I like Call of Duty, so I'm gonna buy it every year, and maybe they don't buy all the extra shit, but maybe they do. So it's just like there's just so many people who have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think that's starting to change. Like
Yeah.
the whole Battlefront 2 thing with EA. That was a massive backlash. So I think over time it'll change, but I was just thinking like in general, how long is it going to fucking take for these companies to change? Because
I'm glad there's been a big shift. So
Activision's got this mindset of, well, I don't have to do anything different because I'm making so much money, and then EA is like, hey, I'm gonna buy up all these companies and then fucking throw them under the bus as soon as I don't get what I want out of them. BioWare's probably not gonna make it much longer after Anthem, because I'm really not anticipating Anthem to be this huge success.
no, I
I'm
don't
very
think it
skeptical
is.
about that game, and I think it's gonna flop, honestly, and that's gonna be the end of BioWare.
Unfortunately,
is-
but then
yeah.
again, I mean, it's not the BioWare of old, so just like
Yeah,
I wouldn't
BioWare's
feel
already
sad now.
yeah, as far as I'm
If
concerned.
Infinity Ward went out of business, I wouldn't feel bad, even though Infinity Ward made some of the games that I hold the most dear to my heart. If they go out of business now, I mean, to me, they're dead to me already.
Yeah,
So.
it's like Bungie for me,
Yeah. they're
Like,
just
what have they
pretty much
done
dead.
since they made Halo? They made Destiny and Destiny 2. Well, sorry, Bungie, I don't give a fuck about you anymore.
No.
Like, it's really sad, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen with BioWare now.
Yeah, that's why we're kind of lucky to have like Rockstar and Bethesda. There still are,
Mhm.
and CD Projekt Red. There are
Yeah.
still some good developers out there. So.
Well, just drink to the old days.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't believe it's newsworthy that the next Call of Duty game is gonna have a single player campaign. It's just fucking pathetic.
It is pathetic, but that's kind of where we're at.
No Man's Sky is coming to the Xbox One, and if you pre-order, you get a special fishbowl helmet with an X on it.
If you do that, kill yourself.
Seriously, no one fucking buy this game, please. It is not good.
Don't.
There are a bunch of apologists saying that the game has changed since it first came out, but I refuse.
Shit.
I refuse to believe it. And honestly, this pre-order bonus, it literally looks like a fishbowl on your player's head with like the Xbox. It looks like that little Xbox button from the 360 controllers. Like, it looks like that, but on your
That's so
head.
dumb.
Yeah. Oh God.
I guess on that note, we'll be seeing you guys next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay? Before we go, what's one game that you're really looking forward to? That's not out yet, but you're anticipating it.
Well, I don't want to go out and throw out some like everyone wants. So I'll let you go first while I give a chance to think about it.
Okay, so what I'm really wanting to play, and it may be a cop-out, but is Fallout 76. I don't know. I'm just super excited about it, and it's coming out this year, so that's why it's on my mind. Also, Resident Evil 2 remake. But
yeah, that's probably it for me. Resident Evil 2 or Red Dead 2.
Yeah, Red Dead as well. Yeah, that's a good one. But really wanted to play Fallout. I've always wanted to know what it would be like to play that game with other people.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool. And then the whole Resident Evil remake, it just looks so awesome. And I'm ready to see more. And it comes out in January, so. But that's it for me.
Yeah.
So for you, it was Resident Evil and Red Dead?
Yep. Those two would be it for me.
All right. Well, if anybody listening would like to contact us, you can do this so by emailing madchatpodcast@gmail.com, or you can join the Discord. Also, Chad, we are on Stitcher, Google Play, and many other places. So Podbean, CastBox,
that's pretty awesome.
SoundCloud, like we're all over the place. Should be on iTunes soon, so be prepared for that. Anything else you want to say, Chad? Want to say a little farewell?
See ya!
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks for listening to Mad Chat with Chad and Matt. Contact us at madchatpodcast@gmail.com and join the Discord to be a part of the community.